I look like shit. But that's what abusers do to their victims. I mean, this is years and years and years. Years and years and years. So, pretending about narcissist is still there. I mean, because he thinks he was obsessed with me. I mean, he knows they did me wrong. And I can't have him pay for my phone anymore. Because I apparently doesn't watch any of these. I mean, he doesn't, he's not there. He's actually, cerebral palsy makes you retarded, and he is super slow, and it would be okay. I could actually deal with a beautiful retard, and I'll put it that way. I could deal with someone, like some of those movies, the kid, had autism, and he didn't know that he was in his own little world, and the parent finally was able to show him the plate spinning. But like, real retards, they would be, to me, because of all the insane narcissists I was forced to deal with, they'd be the most enjoyable people, on the planet. Hey, all the hell that I had to put up with my dead husband, and pretending a narcissist is the last one. But he paid for my phone. But I mean, he put me through so much of all the lies. It's mega. I mean, there's nothing true about, well, if you think good about another person, then it comes back to you. No, absolutely not. No, not at all. Narcissist never thinks good about the victim that they choose. Ever. And, I mean, they do in their own sick way. I mean, they just don't know what the hell's going on. They abuse their victims to death. But no, they do not they are not positive and in any way encouraging or emotionally supportive in any way. You go tell them a tragedy you've been through and pretend it on well, I had it this much worse. And he's evil. Like, people laughed at homeless kids. That's evil. I showed him this poor kid that didn't have anything, and he got a brand new coat. Oh, look at that brand new coat. Yeah, just going off of. Look, that brand new coat. Oh, yeah, I never even had a coat when I was little. Like, oh my God. Like, the poor kid's, like, starving, and, so what about the coat? God, let the kid, eat for a good month or longer. The kid's out in Ethiopia and all that. I mean, just skin and bones. That's really, really bad. Somehow they make it just for a little bit of time. I don't even see how they can make it, like, to, your early age of, like, 3 or 4, not having anything to eat. Whatever. It's just heartbreaking. It's just horrible. You can't do anything. It's so sad. These kids go starving, and he laughs. He has an evil laugh. And I'm like, well, I had it that much worse. And that really, when a victim has to get over something bad that happened to them, and then they go, well, that doesn't even matter. I mean, he was like the worst, one of my worst abusers ever in my life. Yeah, 10 years, just complete total hell. Now, 10 years he wasn't. I know him for 23 years. Just completely awful. Just always making fun of me. And, like, how can you make fun of me when I have nothing and I'm the victim? Like, if I had a wonderful place to stay, his wonderful apartment, and he had it made, man. He had a wonderful apartment, and he had a check. He got 2 checks from the government, a wonderful apartment, and a crap car. But it's better than what his situation is now with cars they can't afford. And you're like, man, he had it made. He had a really easy life way back then. Gonna party like it's 1999. He could have partied 1999, not. He didn't have to do any drugs, just eat out every single day. He had the capability of eating out every single day. I mean, not every single day, but, like, he had a really good life. Just go get, whatever. You can get free things because you're disabled. So, just go on all your resources, and he could have done anything. And, man, every single day is the same thing. I'm gonna get kicked out. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. His friend's like, I'm bleeding. I'm gonna die. I'm just like to his friend, like, well, that's pretty serious. You're bleeding, like, this is your shit all the time. I'm gonna die. I mean, that's where I got some of it from. But my situations were bad, and I did get really sick. Okay. Not him. He's a nutcase. I'm gonna die. I'm bleeding. Me and his friend were like, when he said that, like, well, why don't you go to the hospital? I mean, like, you're gonna die because you're bleeding. Well, that's serious when you bleed. Okay, go to the hospital. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna get kicked out. They're gonna kick me out. I'm gonna lose Social Security. I'm gonna lose Social Security. I'm gonna lose this. They're gonna kick me out. I'm gonna die. Every single day. And he's not labeled mentally ill at all. Oh my God. He's the worst motherfucker I ever had to deal with. I mean, like, for years, because it's years. And then being best friends with my worst abusers back then. Like, you can't really get any worse when you join forces with 2 other abusers. Like, he's strangling me. Saying I had such a wonderful life. Oh my God. He wishes that he was me. Didn't you hear me? I was like suicidal. Makes my childhood. Don't you care? Like, at the get-go, I was suicidal. Now, I did, have my mania moments, but that was very rare. That I ate sugar out of the sugar jar, and was high from the sugar. And was just high sometimes. But that was very, very rare. I was just, oh, wow, it's Christmas, jumping around the Christmas tree. Or, me and my older brother had fun in the backyard and shit. But I had fun playing hide and go seek with my cousins. Like, the best times when I was a little kid was playing hide and go seek with my cousins, and we went camping with my cousins, and we played Uno. That's about it. Uno. Camping. Like, I really don't have that many other memories other than that shit. Like really, no. I have a little tiny bit. Barely anything at all. It's going on 10 whole minutes. Boring life. Boring video. But I'll just add it on to the billion videos that are already on YouTube. This is 1,000,000,001. Would I like to have some of Elon Musk's billions? No. Because Elon Musk, I think, is not worthwhile talking to. But, really, I have to say one thing. Going after 10 minutes. Okay. I have to say one thing. These Jesus people, if they were trying to get Elon Musk to admit that Jesus was the Son of God, which he did end up doing, but that doesn't mean anything. You're like talking about it, he's like, well, maybe. I mean, like, I only saw, like, towards the end, but they were trying to, look, we got 1,000,000,000, look what we did. Oh, we got all this credit because we got a billionaire to love Jesus. That doesn't mean anything. Elon Musk, I don't think, would ever care about Jesus. But he said he did. But I think he's a good liar. But, I mean, whatever. He has major problems, and he was abused as a kid. I would just make fun of him. Well, everyone made fun of me in my life, especially pretending I'm a narcissist. And this, whatever he was the, game commissioner. Yeah, he was above the law with being a game commissioner. Horrible joke. Oh my god. But they were and I had reasons to cry. I really did. But alright, why would I even bother with Elon Musk? I mean, yeah, I talk to him seriously and professionally, and be like, alright, here's my story in, 15 minutes. Now tell me your story. Your story's worse than mine. Like, I want to know your story because, how can you not get over, like, what? You're a billion, you don't have he doesn't have an excuse. But, apparently, he had a crying video on YouTube, oh, you don't know how much I was abused. You can easily get over that. You go anywhere you want in the world at any time, and, you really didn't, go to any, he could hire any of the YouTube professional counselors. Pay them $1 million. Like, I like Les Carter the most. And but then Les Carter would end up saying, I don't think I can help you out, Elon Musk. He had no excuse, but I mean, oh well. I mean, that just shows you that, you can be a billionaire and not be happy. Okay, fine. No, I don't think, Elon Musk is happy, and not really trashing him that much. It's just, wow, that's unbelievable to me that you can have that much. And Twitter, he really cares. I never barely used the internet because everything I ever had was hacked. Why bother? But whatever. I guess it's a little funny. He had enough money they could buy the whole thing. That's a little comical right there. Whatever. So what? Something bad's gonna happen to Twitter. Well, who cares? Does anybody ever use it? Oh, Trump did. I don't even know. Whatever. Oh my god. This is a 15-minute video. Okay, I had to erase this one. Well, I mean, why? Whatever. I'm just talking. Whatever. It's too long.